without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so here we go. This is the first ever All Wheels of Cheese speedrun in Sir Whoopass. To my knowledge, there's 78. I've mapped this out. This is the first run that I've ever done in my life where I've actually got an entire route written out that I'm going to be following. So, yeah, let's get into it. As per the speedrun.com rules, we are allowed to load a save at the tutorial level, which I will do right here. And I will also show my inventory to verify that I don't already have any wheels of cheese. Because there are 3 in the tutorial, so like theoretically, like you could probably go grab 1 or 2 and then like run back to this point. But as you can see, I've got 0 wheels of cheese. Time starts when I take control of the characters, so let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. So to start off, there's 3 wheels of cheese in the tutorial level.
No.
Get our first weapon. Trademarked. Right up here is kind of a cool skip. Whee! We block the orc and then jump off his head to get behind here. That skips like 2 cutscenes, so that's neat. So our first wheel of cheese is going to be up in this room to the left, right there. I found a secret cheese, so that's 1 of 78.
What? These traps don't make any sense. Who even designs living areas like this?
The second wheel of cheese is right here by this chalkboard.
Crack open a... Maybe
So that's 2 wheels of cheese.
but very fun.
Let's get our ranged weapon, Twinkle, which has the destructive force of a slight cough. And the third wheel of cheese here in the tutorial is going to be directly over here. So I'm going to take out a couple extra enemies because I want to have about 250. Ah, damn it. Well, there's death number 1. There's 78 wheels of cheese total. So let's see. I still have all 3. I am going to take out a couple of these enemies because I want to have about 250 XP when I leave the tutorial. Because once I beat the first boss, Kenny No Balls, I will have, I'll be up to level 2. So right now I am at 3 cheeses out of 78. There's 6 in the town here in Stonedale. I will be getting all of these before I leave Stonedale. 1 you can see right here in this cutscene is directly next to me. I'm going to worry about the boss fight first. Kenny No Balls isn't a hard boss to beat. Just got to watch out for his stomp. Damn it, will you quit stomping? There we go. And with that, I'm up to level 2, so I'll get my 2 extra agility points. Or my,
This mysterious... She asked who our hero...
my 5% agility. I've completely given up on getting the bunny hat. because it's the best RNG is no RNG. Get my bacon, get an egg.
Directly.
So there's my second wheel of cheese in Stonedale. There's a mount vehicle that you can get, and I found a way to get that early through a glitch. So there's cheese number 6. There's one right here on the Blacksmith's awning. I'll grab that one later, because I don't want to have to drop the cat. Plus, I have to get a cheese right there. And now my cappuccino's done brewing. I'll grab that.
Oh.
Now there's 2 wheels of cheese in the inn. I'm going to get one now, one later. Because I'm going to use the outhouse later to fast travel back to the inn, and that puts me upstairs. The second wheel of cheese is upstairs, so that's the most optimal time to grab it. I spent probably about 3 days just mapping it out. I haven't actually even attempted a full run of this yet.
As Melissa,
but I did do about half of the route yesterday before I finished my routing. And I was able to get through it fairly easy. I've got some fairly detailed notes on where they're at and what order I grabbed them, stuff like that. Yes, this is the world's first all wheels of cheese Sir Whoopass run. So if my calculations are correct, I should be at 8 wheels of cheese, which I have 8 wheels of cheese on live split and 8 wheels of cheese in my inventory. Now I'll grab this one.
The blacksmith asked. It is said.
And there's one more here in Stonedale that I'm going to grab. Right there. So that should put me at 10. Now, unfortunately, getting the jetpack early will not allow me to get in one of the dungeons, because there's a dungeon tied to the jetpack quest. So I have to do the first... I actually have to do the first quest down in the sewers, which, I mean, I have to go into the sewers anyways to get the 3 wheels of cheese that are down there. But I actually have to do this in order. The sewers are actually really close to one of the other dungeons, so I wanted to do it later in the game. But I don't have that luxury, because you have to complete the sewers level first before you can get the jetpack. And there is a dungeon that is locked until you get the quest for the jetpack. So there's a couple things that have to be done in a certain order. That's going to add some time to the route, but, you know, oh well. It just kind of is what it is. If you block while falling, that will negate fall damage. And I just got eaten by the shark. And I blocked the shark damage, so now I got to quick save and reload, because otherwise the game will just sit there. So now the sewers are behind me. Shit. I feel like it's pretty good. I've definitely done my homework on it, that's for sure. It's really unfortunate that I'm taking death by shark right now. 2 in a row. Okay, so there's another wheel of cheese. And now we go into the sewers, where we have 2 more wheels of cheese.
Oh, a sewer. How original.
I mean, is it really an RPG if there isn't a sewer level? I mean, let's be honest. I can never remember the route through these damn sewers. There we go. So now we got these dancing enemies here. We're just gonna let them keep on a-dancing. Grab our next wheel of cheese. Gotta go over here, flip the switch. So here's our boss down here, Penny Dumb. We're going to grab the Ticketatron 3000 for Richard and then just leave. We can ignore this boss completely. And I will pick up another wheel of cheese right here. And now we are done with the sewers. I got both wheels of cheese. So now what I have to do is I have to go, well, there's another wheel of cheese right here. That should put me at 14. Yep. I got to talk to him, give him his ticket machine.
Richard Morningwood,
Buy a ticket for the ride at for 1 gold. Take the teleportation shrine. I have not counted how many enemies I need to kill. I mean, you don't really have to kill any of them. There's 1 boss fight that we can't skip. Well, 3 boss fights we can't skip. There's the one right at the beginning after the tutorial, then there's one in the Trial of Wisdom and one in the Trial of Strength that you can't skip. So at this point, I'm going to be teleported back to the inn where I got to talk to Melisande again, and she will refer me to go talk to Goddess Kling.
Our hero, Melisande.
I really didn't want to go down the...
Melisande asked our hero if he...
Okay, so now we can go talk to Goddess Kling. And I will pick up 1 wheel of cheese out in the open while I'm over there. I don't level up again after I hit level 2. And there's some debate on whether leveling up to level 2 is more of a disadvantage because the enemies in the game and the bosses level up with you. So the energy orbs take an additional hit to take those out. Bosses are a little bit tougher. Enemies are a little bit tougher. But I get the 5% agility. I only go up to level 2. After that, I don't care anymore. Because I only want the 5% agility, and I don't want to waste any more time trying to level up again. The bunny headband gives you plus 15% movement speed, or agility.
Watch out!
But I don't like the RNG of it. And 5% extra speed is enough for me to roll underneath the bars. That's really the only reason I want it.
Our hero
So this is where the goddess will
What a ridiculous... Who are you,
send me to the damp skeleton cave.
name. Is that so? Your flattery is disappointing.
She plays a little riddle game with you. So now at this point, I can go to the damp skeleton cave. But I still can get the jetpack now and still get in there later. If you get the jetpack early, before you accept the quest to go to the damp skeleton cave, you can't get in the damp skeleton cave at all.
Goddess Kling asked...
All right.
Okay, so now I'm at 15 cheeses, is what I should be at. Yes. I don't know why this dialogue box won't go away. But now we go on to the first dungeon, which is the Ancient Ruins of Stubbed Toes. Hopefully that dialogue box disappears now. So the first wheel of cheese is right here next to this portal. The routing of this dungeon hasn't changed really at all, because there's only 2 wheels of cheese in it. And the second wheel of cheese is in an area where I already have to go anyways. Cool, I got underneath there. The rolling underneath those bars like that is a lot more time sensitive with 10% less movement speed. But with the right timing, you can pull it off. So the next wheel of cheese is going to be right there. That should put me at 17. We're going to get ourselves the boss key.
Looks like...
We'll use Twinkle to cough on the pressure plate to open the bars. These levers have to be pulled in this order in order to disable the force field so we can destroy the orb, which we will use the jetpack for.
Wow! The Guardian shield has been weakened even more.
Alright, we got both wheels of cheese. So now we're on to the ancient ruins of Dirty Feet, but there's 2 wheels of cheese that I have to require before I get there. First one being right over here, and this X marks the spot, and there's a sign here with a piano on it. If you stay in this area too long, you'll get a piano dropped on your head. And then there's another wheel of cheese right here by the mysterious vendor. We are not going to pay for the mount. I'm going to make a quick save and reload while holding up on my analog stick. And just glitch right through the cage. Make a quick save and a reload again, and then I will glitch out of the cage. So I am at 19 cheeses. And I've got 2 in here. 1 wheel of cheese is right there. The next one is at the end of this dungeon. Right there. So that's both wheels of cheese in this dungeon. I'm pretty sure the goat just did a bunch of damage to the orb, so that's
shield
awesome.
has been weakened even more. Good job.
And that puts me at 21 wheels of cheese. So I got 1 more now on the way to the Trial of Wisdom. Right there. That puts me at 22. Verify that real quick. Alright, there are 5 wheels of cheese in this room. And if you actually look at the All Wheels of Cheese guide on Steam, that one only lists 4. That guide. Shit. There's a death. That guide only lists 4. I found an additional 5th one in here. And it's all the way in the back corner of this room. Right there. Pull that lever to open those bars. And take a death. I started moving and then the cutscene happened, so that was my bad. Hopefully those bars are still open. I guess we're about to find out. Yep, cool. And then I'm also going to solve this puzzle really quick because it opens some bars in another room that I need to get into for another wheel of cheese. So there's that. Take another death. No, there's not really anything new in this. There's actually a lot more to this route because there's dungeons and caves that we completely skip over in any percent. So there's another wheel of cheese here that puts me at 24. I went into this run fully expecting several deaths. Getting a deathless all wheels of cheese run might be a bit of a pain in the ass. Even the regular run is kind of a pain in the ass. So we are going to go out of bounds here. Travel all the way back across the dungeon because there's another switch you have to flip to open the bar, to open another set of bars, and then take a teleporter. I'm not 100% sure which route is faster. I believe this will be. It's just there's so many ways to die. I mean, the deaths that I've had so far were kind of careless. You know, getting eaten by the shark and, you know, whatnot. Alright, so I'm going to go all the way back now to here. Because there is a wheel of cheese over here. Behind these barrels. There's one right up here. And this next one is the one that was actually missing from the Steam guide. And it's in this secret area right here. On this ledge. So, if my count is correct, that puts me at 27. The shark is an insta-kill. The traps are all insta-kills for the most part. I think if you're at a high enough level, you can survive some of the traps. But at a low level like this, you're pretty much guaranteed to get killed by any of the traps. But they're not hard to get around either. If you take your time and, you know, practice. Or take fall damage like that. That can also kill you, depending on how much fall damage you take. Blocking negates fall damage. So to beat this guy, all you have to do, he's got those 3 points in his mouth. All you have to do to defeat this boss is deal damage to those 3 white points in his mouth. Twinkle only does 1 damage when you hit an enemy with it. There isn't any other way to deal damage to Big Boy. You can't brute force him. It doesn't matter how powerful your weapon is. Or anything like that. He just has to take damage to those 3 white things. So I'm just flying around dealing damage to all of his little spawns with my jetpack. And with that, Big Boy is down. Once this portal comes up, we'll get the first piece of our legendary villain-beating artifact, which is the umbrella hat.
Protects well.
We need this hat because there's area in the game where it rains. And if you don't have the umbrella hat, you'll actually take damage from the rain because it rushed your armor. Okay, so now I have to travel to the lakeside farm after this cutscene. There's one cheese at the lakeside farm, and then we go into the ruins of Empty Echoes, where there's 3 wheels of cheese there. And the lakeside farm is right down here by the lake. The nice thing about the mount, too, is you can go right over water and not have to worry about shark attacks. So that is 28 cheeses. And this dungeon is only open during the daytime. So I'm going to land on it, make a quick save with F1 on my keyboard, F2 to reload, and then it will be daytime. And I can enter the ancient ruins of Empty Echoes. I played Death Stranding for the first time 3 years ago. So I'm playing it again on the director's cut. Where's my... Oh, the first wheel of cheese in this room is here. The second wheel of cheese is here. And the third wheel of cheese is over here. So that's all 3 wheels of cheese in this dungeon. Ah, damn it. I should autosave right before those traps. Nope. Okay, well, I still have the cheeses. Still got all 31 of those, so I just got to get under these bars again. Which, of course, I didn't get this time. There we go. You gotta time that double roll just right.
Good job.
I completely forgot. I'm completely forgetting about my auto splitter. This run's kind of a mess. But yeah, I did enjoy Death Stranding. It's definitely a Hideo Kojima game without a doubt. With all of its Kojima-esque-ness in it. So now I got to go to the Cave of Imperfect Walls, which is almost directly south. There's 2 in here, and I really don't like this dungeon. But there's 1 wheel of cheese right there. That's why I don't like this dungeon. Whatever this liquid is, insta-kill. And I just missed the raft. Make a quick save right there, just in case. I'm gonna grab this fire barrel because there's a glitch you can do instead of having to roll under here. If you use a fire barrel, you can pull the lever from the other side. So that's helpful. Okay, that should put me at 33 cheeses. Yep. Now we can just get out of here. Basically, yeah, it doesn't look like lava, but it's an insta-kill. So now we go to the ruins of Leaky Roof, which is directly this way. Man, my live split's gonna be all over the place. Okay, so our first wheel of cheese is in this direction. The routing in this room doesn't really, in this dungeon doesn't really change at all either. So I got to go this way, generate a box, and there's a wheel of cheese right there. And then the next wheel of cheese that I need is right here. And then we're just going to go out of bounds. We're done with cheeses in the ancient ruins of Leaky Roof. Cool little glitch here. We can damage the orb through the wall. And then another thing that you can do as well, with both your ranged weapons and this this big hammer that I have, it has a power attack. That you're supposed to, that you have to wait to power back up. Well, if you reselect it, you can just recycle that power attack over and over again.
Excellent. The Guardian shield has been weakened. Good job.
That should put me at 35 wheels of cheese. Now there's another one out here in the wilderness that I need to find. And it's this way. It's on the way to the ancient ruins of Moist Overhangs. Right there, and another X marks the spot. It's another area where you can get crushed by a piano. And actually, I have to go right up here to the ancient, or to the cave of stuffed pantries. I almost forgot about that one. There's 2 wheels of cheese in here. The first one being, oh, yeah. Right through here. And that one is right there. And then we got another one. Right here. So that's both wheels of cheese in this dungeon.
Oh, you interrupted the Grumpy Grandma's yearly knitting convention.
Not the Grumpy Grumpy Witch's knitting convention, or whatever the hell it was he just said. So now we go to the ancient ruins of Moist Overhangs, which is over yonder. And we can't use the mount in the rain, unfortunately. So I am at 38 cheeses. Only 40 more to go. It's just block and jump. You can only do it when you have the jetpack. So there's one wheel of cheese in here, and it's right there.
Guardian shield has been weakened even more. Good.
Wow. Alright, well there's another death. Yeah, you can't use them out in the rain. Negative review on Steam. So now we have the Trial of Courage, which has 1 wheel of cheese, which makes me insanely happy. Because, the routing for this room is absolutely ridiculous. It's like 90% out of bounds, and you grab a chest through the floor. It might have been an oversight that they just decided to not fix, because there are certain things that they have revealed that they left in place for speedrunners. So we're gonna pull this lever, grab our 40th wheel of cheese. We're going to go right out of bounds. Grab the boss key chest from under the floor.
Looks like it.
And then enter the boss room from the outside. And then this boss, we're going to have a just a horrific fight with by avoiding him altogether and just going straight to the portal. So now we got the next piece of the legendary villain beating artifact, which is the shield. And at this point, I will take a drink of Mountain Dew. I was really kind of hoping it was, but at the same time, I think there's a set of bars that would be in the way, so I'm actually kind of happy it didn't. It's really funny that it doesn't. Okay, so I am at 40 cheeses, which is exactly where I should be at this point in the run. So I'm going to head over to this outhouse right here.
Our heroes.
Take that back to the Jolly Barrel Inn, where I will get another wheel of cheese. There's so many wheels of cheese.
Whoa. How does this even
Which
work?
is right here. That's why I didn't grab it when I was in the inn earlier, because I knew I'd be closer to it later. So I tried to optimize this route as much as I possibly could. And once again, I forgot to go forward and live split. So there's another missing split. Trying to keep track of all this is a little bit rough, not gonna lie. And that's why we need the shield, is we got to be able to block the projectiles from the statue. So now we've got the ancient ruins of Moldy Ceiling, and there's 6 wheels of cheese in this one dungeon. So we've got one there, one there, one there. So that's 3. Make that 4. Five. And 6. So that puts me at 47 cheeses.
that one was a piece of cake. Good job.
I do
hero.
not have a rough estimate on the length of this run. An hour would be nice, because my best time that I currently have on speedrun.com is 41:20 for any percent. My best run that I didn't record, foolishly enough, is a 39:11. So my I guess hope is as close to an hour as I can get it. Okay, so there's one wheel of cheese there. We gotta head over. I lost the ruins. Where's the ruin? Oh, there they are. Right there. There's a set of ruins right over here with another wheel of cheese. Oh, that's why I lost the ruins, because there's one in the orc camp that I need to get. I'll just get it now before I forget about it. So I had it routed to get the one here in the orc camp before the one at the ruins. Okay, so if my count is correct, that was 2 more. That puts me at 50. Yep. And now I got to go into the dark and spooky forest for 2 more. It was literally just a test run that I didn't even intend on completing.
Our hero.
And I just kept going because it was going smoothly. And
However.
yeah. And then I ended up finishing it like over 2 minutes ahead of my PB. So there's 2 wheels of cheese in here. One of them you can only get by going into Grandma's house, which requires you to complete this entire quest. Unless you just stand right here and grab it through the wall. And the last one is right here. So now we can just leave the dark and spooky forest and leave Little Red Riding Hood on her own and keep our flamethrower. So we just leave the way we came in. Yeah, what the intent was to see if the mount would make up the time from the bunny headband, and just to kind of get a rough idea. And I was actually using live split and everything to keep track of my times, and like I think it was deathless, or I only had 1 in there. Okay, so that's 52 cheeses. So now we go to the damp skeleton cave, which is where you're supposed to go to get the big can of grease for Goddess Cling, and then you get the jetpack. So this is why I had to do the jetpack quest in the order that I did it, was because if you just get the jetpack early like you do in the normal any percent runs, you cannot get into this cave. We've got 3 wheels of cheese in this dungeon, which will put us at 55 total. You're not supposed to have the jetpack yet, so having the jetpack makes this entire dungeon ridiculously easy. Second wheel of cheese is here, and the third wheel of cheese we will grab through the wall right there. And then, to leave, we're going to do a neat little trick and go right through this wall. This is actually known as the Speedrunner's Delight. They deliberately put an out-of-bounds route in this dungeon and named it Speedrunner's Delight. Except, I don't want to have to beat the boss, because I don't need to beat the boss. Because there's a boss in this level guarding the can of grease that you have to give to Goddess Cling. I already have the jetpack, so therefore I don't need the grease. So therefore, Goddess Cling just is never going to get the grease. All I needed was the cheese. So it's faster to just leave the way I came in and not have to deal with the boss fight. And you can't leave the dungeon through the exit until you beat the boss. So, yeah, we're just gonna not do any of that. And we're gonna go to the Ancient Ruins of Vitamin D Addiction, where there's 2 wheels of cheese. And the first one is here. And the second one is there.
Yes, destroy them one by one. Good work, our hero.
So that puts us at 57 wheels of cheese. And there's one more out here in Wildwood, directly this way in this camp. Now we head over to the Cave of Inadequate Opportunities, which is directly in front of us, guarded by one of these dragon statue things. So we deflect his shot, and in we go. And I once again forgot to advance live split. So there's 4 in here. First one being right there. There's one here and one here. And the last one is right there. This one is a bit much. So I've got 62 wheels of cheese, which is exactly where I should be. And I rolled right into the trap. So now we're up to 14 deaths in this run. It's going to be a messy run, but a run nonetheless. Okay, so now we head to the Ancient Ruins of Chilly Winds. And we've got 3 in here. Okay, I am not remembering where the first one is. Oh, it's in here. There's one in this room. You get the boss key first.
Looks like
Grab our cheese on the way out. So I should be at 64. Whoops. There is a cheese I will get in this room in a little bit. I need to switch back to Twinkle. I'm going to make a quick save and a reload here because that will, like, the boss won't try to attack me. Roll into the force field at a close distance, and you won't take any damage from the force field. The actual process to get rid of this force field is fairly lengthy. So...
Fantastic! The Guardian Shield has been weakened even more.
We're not going to worry about that.
Going, our hero.
And we're just going to backtrack through the whole dungeon, because believe it or not, it is faster. And in the process of doing so, I will go right up here for cheese number 65. Oops, wrong direction. Well, I'm willing to bet sub-hour this run will not be. So now we have one more here in Wildwood. This is the last cheese in Wildwood. And it is on the way to the ancient ruins of misplaced belongings. It's something. I actually remembered where a lot of the earlier ones were because I had kind of done that part of the route before. So, I think in time I'll be able to do this either without notes or with minimal notes. That puts me at 66. The main thing is just trying to remember where I'm at. And I'd rather not have to constantly check how many I've got, but I want to make sure I don't miss any. So now the ancient ruins of misplaced belongings. There's 2 in here. The first one is right there. I was hoping to maybe find a fire barrel because this roll kind of sucks. There we go. And there's a wheel of cheese right there. So there's the 2 wheels of cheese I need from this room. Next up is the Cave of Peekaboo, which Grim didn't even know existed because it's not on the map. It's off the edge of the map. No, it's just the actual map screen doesn't go over that far. Alright, there's 6 wheels of cheese in this one dungeon. So, first one here. there's one here. So that puts me at 70. $71. 72. So I believe... Let's see. Oh, there's one in this room. Right there. So there's only one more. It's a lot of cheese in a short time. And the last one is right in here. So that should be 74. And the exit is right through here. Now we're on to the trial of strength. And this is probably the only boss fight in the game that is even remotely difficult. And I feel like part of it is because I'm fairly low level. But I do have the flamethrower, so that's nice. The flamethrower does help in this fight. So there's one cheese in here. Right there. That bomb missed, and that's really stupid. I also forgot to grab the top hat at the beginning of this run. That does 15% extra damage, which can come in very handy. But this is where we're going to get the flamethrower out. Got to make sure that mushroom doesn't get to the tree, because he will heal him. Oh, barely got that mushroom. Alright, got one of these guys back, so that's good. You can catch their bombs in midair, which is really, really neat. This fight isn't going very smoothly. Definitely had smoother fights than this. Alright, we're done with that.
Looks.
Now this cutscene here, I can make a quick save during and skip because it's going to show that the quest hasn't advanced. It's going to show that I still need to get the third piece of the legendary villain beating artifact, even though I have it. The game will only check to see if I have the cape. It will not check to see if the the quest has been checked off. So I got one more cave to get through, which is the Cave of Poor Intrusion Prevention. And the Cave of Poor Intrusion Prevention is right up here. So there's one. That puts me at 76. $77. So there's only one left. One more wheel of cheese. With enough practice, I think I can definitely get this under sub-hour.
A big and scary bounty.
I mean, I've had at least 14 deaths in this run. Luckily, there's no wheels of cheese in here that I need to worry about, so this room goes as normal. Right now, I'm at 77. I only need one more. So here we get the boss key.
Looks like.
Now, typically you'd run to the end of this next hallway and you would give up the 3 pieces of the legendary villain beating artifact to get the actual legendary villain beating artifact. But I'm just going to go out of bounds and then right back inbounds. Now, in any percent, we just go straight to the portal. But in all Wheels of Cheese, we go right down here and get the last 78th Wheel of Cheese, and then we leave. So now the final boss fight, which is quite simple. We use the legendary villain beating artifact that we just acquired, which is a giant lollipop. We grab a couple eggs, put them in the Wyvern Zapper 2000, I think it is. Wait for that to charge up 100%. Press the red button. We do this 3 times, and that's game. The trick that I used earlier with the hammer also works with any ranged weapon. It takes a minute for my energy balls to travel, so I was able to launch one before activating the Wyvern Zapper. Press the button on the Wyvern Zapper, and then the shot connected. And that is time. 1 hour, 6 minutes, 13 seconds. Yeah, I'm pretty confident I can grind this out under sub-hour. Because there was a couple rooms towards the end, I couldn't remember exactly where the cheese wheels were. You know, get rid of some of the deaths, because yeah, I had 14 of them. So sub-hour is definitely doable, for sure. But with that, I'm going to wait until I get back here to the game screen. And now I will verify all 78 wheels of cheese, which is right there. Also over here on this side. So there it is. There you have it. There is the world's first all wheels of cheese.